a couple of weeks ago. Singer, pretty lady, very talented. But today she's going to introduce a new segment that we're going to hopefully run in the next sequences of shows that's going to be introducing local talent to my right. But I'll let Iris introduce this great gem that we have in South Florida.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. And yes, definitely. I wanted to come by and I wanted to share and show you what's going on in Miami. And here I am with Daney Cabrera of Aquacate Sanctuary of Love.
Wait a minute, weren't you on Deco Drive?
She was on Deco Drive. Yes, she was.
Wow.
Deco Drive.
That's right. So I
just made the connection.
Yeah.
I visited Aquacate Sanctuary of Love because my daughter is vegan, and she told me about the beautiful place that I visited. And well, basically, she told me, you're going to love her menu. It's all vegan. And I said, really? Okay. So she says they have a pan con lechon that you're going to really think it's lechon. And I said, all right, let's go try it. So I tried it. I said, wow, it even has like mojito, which is the seasoning that we put over our mojito, you know. And I was really floored by the taste of the sandwich. And then I had a juice because Aquacate Sanctuary of Love has a juice bar and has kitchen, and it has so many different variety of things that we need, especially during this time. I mean, it's outdoors, you know, it's 6 feet distance and all of the above. So it's just perfect for what's going on now in the world. Plus, it's a healthy choice. So after I tasted the pan con lechon, and being that you're in a Hispanic neighborhood, I was wondering, how is that going? What was the shift? How did you turn around and turn into veganism as being brought up Hispanic like me, you know? But I mean, I could have been, I thought it was eating pan con lechon.
Yes, it's just the same taste. So I started my vegan journey about 4 years ago, and it happened. I went to a trip to Europe, and on my way back, I don't know what happened. I think I ate something that was really, really bad. And we went to London on a flight back. I think I had a chicken, got home, spent 10 days in bed. I was so sick. And some people call it, you know, that it was food poisoning. During that time, after that, I started understanding where my food came from and why I felt so sick. So I started doing some research or where my food comes from. And that was super eye-opening when I realized where the chickens were raised, how the pigs were raised, how the transporting trucks, what they inject them, all of the antibiotics. And I'm like, there's no way this is all going into my body, right? Along with that, in another spiritual path, I just felt very connected to source, to the earth. I started hearing the birds sing, and I wanted to walk more barefooted. I feel detached from my leather purses. I kind of like just wanted to be more understanding who I was and what my purpose and my passion was. And I think food was an inspiration to feel more of me. I wanted to eat food that came from love and not food that came from suffering. So as I transitioned into a plant-based diet, I didn't do it right away. I detached from red meat and pork meat first. Then I took me maybe 4 or 5 months just doing chickens and fish. And then from there, the last thing that I left was fish, because that's what I lived, you know, because I grew up in Cuba on the water. So for me, eating fish was just the best, right, at that time. So I finally dropped fish. I dropped it, especially ceviche and all those things. I dropped it, and I've been on a vegan plant-based diet for almost 4 years now.
Amazing.
And never going back.
I haven't shifted yet, but I'm, you know, kind of leaning towards the vegan. Maybe what is vegetarian versus vegan? That's something different.
Yeah, the vegetarian diet, basically you still eat dairy products.
Okay.
So you eat the fish, some vegetarians eat a little bit of fish, and they also eat dairy and eggs.
Okay. I love fish too. Just like pescado frito is like so amazing and delicious. Mm-hmm. So what progress have you witnessed in our cultural community that might have shifted to veganism? Like what have you witnessed as far as the Hispanic community? Is there a
Huge
really?
demand for people wanting to be healthier. We have about 645,000 cases of heart attacks, death in the U.S. alone. About 2,000 people are being diagnosed with cancer daily on U.S. alone. There's a huge amount of chronic diseases. So this is all made by the food choices we have in our lifestyle. Health, it's not just what you eat. Health, it's a combination of your body, your mind, and your soul. It's how grounded you are to who you really are. What's really the source of happiness, not exterior motives that bring you happiness, the purse, the car, going out to events. All of those things are great. But when you go home, who are you? What are you in contact with? Are you happy with who you are? And that's the definition of health. It's understanding that there has to be a balance between your mind, your soul, and just you, the connection is one. And health is just not being stressed, being in control, and understanding that everything is temporary. There's nothing to fear. When you live in a state of always afraid of what the next moment will bring, you're already bringing down your immune system. Fear brings down your immunity, number one. Number two, worrying brings down your immunity. What you eat brings down your immune system. The lifestyles of being in front of the computer and not being active and not being connected. We are energy. So every time we choose to stay indoors and not take some vitamin D from the sun, not walking barefooted, not connecting to the earth, we're choosing to not bring a high immune system into our bodies. So that was my motivation, is to bring that awareness into the community that you can bring health to your household, to your life, to your homes, to your kids, to your house, to your husband and wives, by being the example, just understanding who we are at a personal level. And then everyone else around you just automatically wants to shift because they see you so happy. And from happiness, real, genuine happiness, that originates health.
So, Iris, I need to jump in here because we're limited on time, and I apologize because we had to move everything
it's
back
fine,
because we
it's
have the
fine.
mayor's on. But this is such an important conversation, right? Diet. And I thank you so much for bringing
I'm so
Daney,
glad
right?
that,
Am I
that
pronouncing it
you
right?
to have
Yes.
you to come
Eh,
here. Yes.
Pero the most important thing for our viewers that are really curious, where can they find you? Where is this gem of an oasis in West Aid? Because I live not too far from there, and I want to give you a plug, and I want to go there for lunch.
Yes.
I
So
think we should go
tell
now.
the audience real quick.
Yeah, so real
Um,
quick, Aquacate is located in Horse Country on 12100 Southwest 43rd Street, just behind the Kendall Regional Hospital on 43rd and 122nd Avenue. Aquacate is a holistic approach to health. It's an outdoor space. It's about 2 acres now. We're an animal sanctuary. We also grow about 25% of our foods right now. We have plant-based foods only. We try to do as organic, not 100% organic, but as organic as we can in mostly everything. We're also practice yoga and meditation, wellness of the mind, because that's important for the health. So there's different workshops that you can find on our website, awakatewellness.com. And you can choose from breath work, breathing, learning how to breathe. We do every Monday, just breath work, plant-based diet. That is, everything is prep in our premises. Nothing is prepackaged. So that's also amazing. So yes, come by and we'd love to have you as well.
Outstanding.
We should go do some yoga there. We should have,
I might break something, but
you're in, right?
I'm in.
Okay,
I'm
we're
totally there.
going. We're on the way.
Ladies, I can't thank you enough. Millers, Michael Grant Miller, thank you so much. Community Newspapers for this great opportunity. We should feature more guests, more gems of the community
We will.
in Spanglish because
And
it's our community.
That's right.
But please visit the Aquacate Sanctuary of Love restaurant, right? I think you're gonna be really entertained. You're gonna be really healthy, and thank you all for joining me.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me. Such a pleasure. and
Thank you,
honor.
Daney.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Iris.
Robert.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.